How you doing? My name is Albert Rayford, and this is Wilhelmina Rayford. And I want to talk to you guys about the Job Partnership Program and how it has helped me and my wife in what we're doing today. About 5 years ago, I met Miss Michelle Cook at a job summit at Dixon Correctional Center in Dixon, Illinois. And she didn't realize what she was getting when she met me. Her, Miss Sue. But I can tell you one thing, they helped me a whole great deal. They helped me a lot because I was in a situation where my back was against the wall, I was incarcerated. I had no direction. So what I did, I met a friend, Tony Fisher. He introduced me to this couple, Miss Sue and Miss Michelle. They seemed to be pretty well. I mean, they was pretty good women. So I made a promise to them that I would see them when I got out. I don't know if they believed me, but when I got out, I burned Miss Michelle's phone up. I burned her phone up because I sensed something in her. And what I sensed in her was an opportunity and a chance. And something, I believe God, he injected or planted a seed in me to pursue this woman in this program. Okay, so like I said, I wasn't court mandated to participate in this program, but the program, what it did for me was gave me an opportunity to take my time and recalibrate and give myself a chance to start all over again. And that's what I did. My beautiful wife, she participated in the program and she gave me the strength to move forward as well. So what we did was we put everything we had into driving trucks and everything. I trained my wife. Now we own our own, trucking company, and we own several trucks. We got routes we run. We can also hire people, and we trying to reach out to other people and help people that are trying to go through the program who are troubled and who needs that. I say that look, we trying to help. Basically, give them that little push that they need in order to get to a different place in their lives and everything. Because for me, God had instilled with me the belief that I shouldn't have to suffer. I shouldn't have to suffer, and those that I love shouldn't have to suffer. Just like this young lady here. In my craziness and during my incarceration and everything, I thought about this girl, but I came back and I got her. I came back and I trained her. She was my first, how could I put this? What's the right word? She was my first
apprentice,
a trainee. She's my first trainee. And then from there, others began to see what I was doing, and then they began to come in, like I'm training my son now. Now I have another son I'm about to train. So it's basically, about bringing what I'm bringing to the table, my trucking company, and putting it and incorporating it with the job partnership for what they've given me and what they've done for me, try to bring a sort of stability and helping others to that organization as well. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to give back, pay forward what was given to me. And I'd like to thank Miss Michelle and Miss Sue for everything they've given me. They instilled within me truth, with the people that they brought into the program. I want to also give insight on, like I say, some of the people that you get a chance to meet. You meet people from different levels, all walks of life, basically. And you get a chance to listen to their stories, and you compare that. And what this program had given me, it gave me that chance to, like I say, start over, to digest what I've done thus far. And compile the ingredients to build a better me. And that's what I did. By meeting certain people, that they would bring into the program and stuff to speak, certain speakers. I would pull them to the side and I would talk to them. And one thing everyone said, they said you always got to put God first. Until you put God first, man, you're going to keep on going around, spinning around, chasing your tail and stuff. But once you find God, you'll gain direction. You'll gain some sort of traction.
That's right.
God that instilled within me a person that didn't know anything about driving trucks. He instilled with me the knowledge to drive a truck, to become an owner-operator, to become a carrier. And now I'm trying to build a fleet.
And how we gonna do that?
Through Christ. Prayer. So when I reflect back on where I came from the west side of Chicago in the 1970s. I mean, all the influences around me were either out on the corner selling drugs. I mean, doing all type of nonsense. It was little seedy activities, you know. So I had to try to weave my way through the minefield of that neighborhood and just try to avoid danger and all the pitfalls of life. But somehow I managed to fall through, and I wound up going to jail for a nice portion of my life. But while I was incarcerated, I dealt with them myself, you know, and I asked God to give me the strength to make it through what I had to go through. And in order to make it through to the other side, I had to go through it, and I knew that. So I just had to pray and just ask God for that strength. You know, I tweaked through. I'm not gonna say I made it through, you know, I mean, with flying colors and everything. Well, apparently I did, but yes. I tweaked through. I'm gonna say I tweaked through because, The reason why I say I tweaked through is because I went back to prison. I got out and I went back to prison. So if I had it correctly, if it was, you know, crystal clear to me, I don't think I would have went back. But apparently I must have had larceny in my heart, and I went back. And I kicked myself in the butt every day as a result of that. And I told myself, you know, once I got out the first time and I had a taste of the, you know, freedom, you know, eating, you know, home-cooked food and, you know, I mean, just being around my family, hearing, you know, just the smallest little things, just children running around barefoot in the house. Just hear their feet just pitter-patting on the floor, you know. Hear the wind, you know, just rustling through the trees and stuff, you know. The little small things, the birds and stuff chirping, you know, early in the morning and stuff, you know. You miss all that, you know. It means nothing. You see the birds while you're locked up, but you know what? They can get up and fly away. You'll still be sitting there looking at them. While I was incarcerated and everything, and the second time that I had gone through my incarceration, prior to that, I was a truck driver. And when I took that attitude in there, and I said, okay, then I want to try to help some of these guys. And so I created a little program up in there. You know, I started training them and stuff. You know, I started ordering books and stuff, and I created some tests and everything, kind of close to what the Secretary of State offers, you know. So I kind of like, you know, help build their knowledge up, and in a sense, help myself stay kind of abreast of what was going on in the trucking game and stuff. So that's basically what I was trying to do, trying to help a lot of those guys. Because as I sat there and I watched them, I realized a lot of those guys didn't have any recourse. They didn't have anything to go to or anything that they were doing when they was out there. So my mistake was, you know, I happened to just fall off into the cracks, and I was exposed, rather re-exposed to them. And at the time I was re-exposed to them, I was already climbing and rather growing into who I was becoming, you know. And when I made it there, it kind of like helped find and like put me on track in a sense, you know. It gave me a sense of leadership where I wanted to try to help people and stuff, because I understood by me having experienced that second incarceration, I wish I could have had someone to help me. I wish I could have had that. I cried, I prayed to God for that, but I never got that. But when I was placed in that situation where I could help somebody, then I tried to jump on it. I tried to help them because I wish, like I said, I had someone to do that for me. I'm in a situation with one truck, you know. This truck earns $500,000 a year with one truck. So it put us in a position where we can do a few things. And the name of my company is Rayford Trucking, LLC. Phone number for the company is 407-761-7090. And we're located in Bloomington, Illinois. But I just also want to say that it has been a privilege, you know, working with program. And like I said, I'm getting the full benefit from it because I took full advantage of everything it had to offer. When the program donated 2 bikes to my wife and I, she couldn't do it, but I rode them bikes everywhere. I took full advantage of that. I went to work on the bikes in the wintertime. I did everything on those bikes. I took full advantage of that. My brother laughed at me, but I didn't care because it elevated me. Everything she did for me, I paid it forth. I gave those to someone who needed them after I successfully moved on from them. Then I paid that forward. And one thing, I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me that really poignant. It was when I was first released from prison. Before I even had a CDL or anything like that, I was offered a job as a truck driver. And I didn't have a CDL, I didn't have anything. And that right there told me, it kind of like guided me in a sense. It helped me choose in what direction to go in.
Whereas for me, Joy Partnership just has been remarkably grateful for me, just grateful for me, because I'd never been in trouble, and I got into some trouble. I had nowhere to turn, I didn't know what to do. I was trying to get in a class. Miss Michelle and Miss Sue came to the women's prison. Well, they come every week, but the week that I wanted to go, I couldn't go, and I wasn't in there. I had to be scheduled to attend their class, and you just can't pop in. So I was trying to get rescheduled for the next week, but I ended up getting out. So I then decided I wanted to join, and learn more about the program. First of all, my son went through her program. He got into trouble, and after he moved forward and everything worked out for him, I also learned that's where I need to be to straighten out my life. I've done that, and we prosper. I give good reports. They give me good reports on love. We stick together as a family. Everyone helps everyone in this program. No one's bigger than the next person. Everybody got a story, and everyone has a situation to get better. And that's through Joy Partnership. To rebuild, reconstruct, and just change your creativity of thinking. First of all, it's a straight change creativity of thinking for prosperity to grow. And Joy Partnership has those programs to offer. You come out of prison, you're able to get set up with a job. Not everybody come out of jail is able to get a job. Everybody's been held back for their background. Not in this program. We teach you that your background is your past and your future is forward. So that's what I've gotten out of Joy Partnership. And that's what has been given to me. And that's what I'm using now, because I did not want to drive trucks. I'm free as a bird. I have my CDLs. I'm free, and it feels good to be free, to just think and find other things to do in life than always falling in the cracks and the holes or wherever you may fall. That's not good. Joining Joy Partnership, coming out of out of prison, anything. If you want to change your life, this is the start. Any way you want to start, that's fresh. As a family, Joy Partnership can offer it. You can. They gave it to us, didn't they? My whole family been through this program.
You got judges, you have lawyers, you got a lot of people that know about this particular program. And they look at this program because it's beneficial. You got to look at exactly what it does for each and every one individually. Just like for me, how it benefited me. I sat back and I watched a lot of people come into the program and they didn't even make it through. And it was just a simple program. It was just the attendance.
Yeah.
It was just be here.
Yeah.
At first, I was kind of, like, okay then. Let me just see. But then I started watching as Miss Michelle and them, they start offering, like job leads and stuff like that. You got a lot of people
job fairs.
Right, they send job leads to the program, stuff like that. And then you go on interviews. They have all these different program stuff, but people have to pursue them. You got people that come in and they wanted to just fall into their lap. No, you have to be willing to do the footwork as well. If you get into it and think it's just going to be that, then you're going to be highly disappointed because what's that Bible saying? I can't quite get it.
What, faith without work?
Faith without work. That's basically what it is, and that's kind of what they're looking for. They don't want to do anything. They just want to benefit, from the program. They don't want to do nothing but just stand there. They don't even want to participate. They just want to they want their name associated with it, and they want to reap the benefits of being associated with the program. But, like I said, this program, put clothes on my back. This program, like I say, provided a means for me to get to work. It provided
Bus passes.
bus
Bus
passes.
tokens.
Yes,
It was
yes. Everything. Anything that I can imagine.
only if you want to move forward. That's only if you got the drive to keep going forward. They found out there was no time wasted here with us.
Right.
You know, not everybody wants this much help, but we did. And we're showing you that even if you get this help, look where you can go. You get the right people standing behind you, mountains get moved, obstacles get thrown out the way, and everybody comes together as one.
And for what
And build.
and for what I've received from this program and how it's benefiting me, you know, I can't do nothing but pay it forward. Like I said, this is one of the best programs I've, you know, experienced, you know, because it has benefited me, and the proof is in the pudding. The proof's in the pudding. Thank you, sweetie. I just want to say one thing before I go. My wife and I, we're not the face of this program. We're just a participant.
That's right.
We're just participants in this program that have taken advantage of the program. And we are trying to pay this forward by being the catalyst that you need to prepare you to where you need to be. So join the job partnership.
After 5 years, still with job partnership, and going to continue to stick with the family as we continue to grow. And we would love to have you on our team for creativity of new growth upon your mind with Christ first. In Jesus' name, amen.